Ladies, gamers and gentlemen, welcome to BelleNOiR TV, YouTube Starcraft 2 casts. My name is BelleNOiR. Today we have another game for you, just as always, and this time we're going to be looking at a PvT between, from Team Property, Morrow, the Red Terran player spawning in the bottom location on Merry-Go-Round, and his opponent from Team Red Bloods Pro, Ignite, the blue Protoss player at the 2 o'clock position in the top right location over here. This game has been taken from the previous ladder season because as of now we already have Season 5 underway in 2014 with an entirely different map pool comprised entirely of old maps that have been around for quite some time, some of them for as long as 4 years. So let's take a look over here at the openings of both of these guys. We can see that Morrow is opening with a 12 barracks into a 12 gas, most likely going to be a Reaper opening. His opponent, Ignite, going with a gateway opener straight into gas, so probably, double gas actually, so probably not a too quick of an expansion. Not gonna be seeing anything weird such as a Nexus before gate. He unfortunately is scouting in the wrong direction over here, not gonna find his opponent at the first try. So he knows that he cannot pull guys off gas and go for something like a quicker Nexus, and we'll see that cybernetic score going down momentarily here, after which most likely these two gas geysers are going to be saturated if Ignite has any intention of teching up relatively quickly. Morrow going to be getting that Reaper, already waypointing it to the top right location, whereas the SCV is going to the top left. He sees the probe coming in, and he's probably going to try and get that expansion underway, after which he'll go on and continue to slam on a reactor onto the barracks. There's the expansion going down for Morrow. And Ignite, unfortunately, is not going to see too much, as he's getting his own expansion down, and he didn't see the expansion of Morrow, but he did see the SCV going down if he was paying attention. Mothership core on the way for the Protoss player, and Morrow is going to just harass a little bit, you know, maybe get a probe kill, but most importantly this Reaper, as always, is meant to scout out the entire base of the Protoss player. And here comes the Reaper. The Mothership core sees that and is probably going to try and chase that away. Yes, does so successfully. Reaper not managing to get any kills whatsoever, and Ignite is going to be saturating those gases fully as he's getting the Stalker. 2 additional barracks being thrown down by Morrow here, so we're gonna see a lot of pressure coming out of Morrow. Of course, when you get 3 barracks this early, this not only gives you a lot of aggressive options, but also makes you kind of safe versus a Stargate opening, which this is totally not going to be a Stargate opening because Ignite gets the Robo facility down, so he's going to be playing defensively, at least for the time being, unless he just wants to go with a quick Colossi on this map. This is a fairly short map, fairly small one, short rush distances, so it's fairly easy to get into the face of your opponent with your first couple of units and just wreak havoc. We have Stim on the way, and Continuous Marine Productions not even bothering to get that add-on on the 3rd barracks. This of course gives you slightly more Marines a little bit earlier on, as opposed to getting way more Marines a little bit later with that reactor slammed onto there. We have a bunker. Oh, excuse me, that's a supply depot. I almost thought that that was going to be a bunker. And wow, Ignite actually going to go for that quick robotics support base, so he's definitely going for either Warp Prison Speed or Colossi. I would wager this is for Colossus. 2 additional gas geysers thrown down by Morrow here, and Morrow going to be rescouting his opponent's base. Nice positioning though on the units, and the Reaper does see absolutely nothing. As we can see, the Robo Bay has not been seen over here, so now Morrow will have to scan. Does he have enough for a scan? He'll have enough in a little bit from his natural over there, so I think he's definitely going to try and scan. And the question is, where will the scan come to? Is he going to have a lucky hand? And there is the scan. He scans the main base. Unfortunately, does not see the Robo Bay. The observer is already inside his main base, going to see everything it needs to. Most importantly, the starport timing. If it moves a little bit towards the right, is going to see that the starport is only just now going to come down. And there we go. And a reactor onto the factory. Now here we have first poke coming out of Morrow. There's only one sentry over here with 2 force fields. You kind of need 3 to block this off successfully. So there is the second and third sentry, just for that occasion. And now Ignite sees the units coming in with the observer and the stalker. The force fields could be deadly here for the Terran player, but Morrow very wisely backs off. Of course, this means as well that Ignite does have the luxury of not using the photon overcharge, which Morrow was undoubtedly trying to bait out. And he's getting a lot of Colossi, second Colossus already in production. Still Ignite hiding those from Morrow's side, so Morrow cannot be too sure about what is happening. And he's not getting any upgrades so far for his units. What I mean by that, he's not getting attack or armor upgrades and 7 additional gateways going on for Ignite. Ignite going for a 2 base Colossus all in. What you do with this, you get 2 or 3 Colossi, but most probably 2 move out, and by the time these gateways finish, your third Colossus will be out of the Robo facility and will join your forces. This is going to be a dangerous time for Morrow because he doesn't have any medevacs in the air so far. Just 2 medevacs. It's a very quick timing executed here by Ignite, and Morrow, he knows he's in a little bit of a bind. Going to try and regroup his forces. The gateways are just about finishing up. Here is the War Prism. No need for proxy pylons when you're getting a War Prism. And Ignite did get this one pretty damn early. Morrow playing completely blind. He does see the pylon and the units on approach with the proxy factory, or with the floating factory, should I say. 1-1 going down for him. And does he have enough units to hold this off? Army supplies are not in his favor. 50 to 64. And Ignite is pushing forward. He's going to get a lot of SCV kills like this. Oh my goodness. 11 SCVs and a lot more will be going down right now. But here comes the flank from the rear. Force fields preventing that, of course. And the natural base is going to die fairly quickly. This is not a good game for Morrow. This is just not one of his days. And this game should be over fairly quickly, as Ignite will just continue to warp in Stalkers. Morrow doing the only sensible thing that he can. He's going for the counter drop, and he's going to try to initiate a base race, sort of. He needs to lift off all of these buildings, however, or at least this one command center, and hide it somewhere in the corner so that he can keep that alive, and hope that he can take out all of these buildings of Ignite's back home. But Ignite does have the mothership core with him, so as soon as he kills enough, he can just recall safely back home. And there is the recall to the natural base. A little bit unlucky, but loses the Colossus because of it. But he has quite enough firepower to deal with the remaining units, and Morrow just has to GG from the game. Ladies, gamers and gentlemen, if you enjoy the casts, please don't forget to like, share or subscribe to the channel for more content in the future. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.